Hello everyone, welcome back to SportsKhabri. Hiren won't be joining us today, but Arunava will. So we are going to listen to Arunava's thoughts on how he feels about Mumbai City FC becoming ISL champions. I think it was merited that Mumbai eventually won a trophy. Hello Kumar, everybody else listening as well in the chat. They deserved one trophy, and that has concluded the Indian football season for now, as far as club football is concerned. So, yeah, uh, yeah, champion is what the Mumbai City fans will be singing for sure. It's been an incredible run, and I think they've really established themselves as one of the big clubs in India. You just look at their track record. This season they won the ISL trophy, finished second in the Shield race. Last year they won the Shield. 2 years ago, they just missed out on top four. They finished fifth place. The year before that, 2021, they finished on top again. So I think the last few years have really shown what a powerhouse team, Mumbai is. And for everybody again who want to know where Hiren is or Arnava will be joining very shortly. And Hiren will not be here today. So unfortunately, he's got some other commitments, so he won't be there. So it'll just be me and Arunava handling the show today. Yeah, we just want to discuss the highs of Mumbai City's win. Again, final, let's just go through it. 3-1 to Mumbai City. I think fully deserved for this Mumbai City team. Since Peter Karatke's come in, he's stamped his authority. He's trusted players, I think, which is one big thing that every coach needs to do. Deep Med Singh asking what next for Chan? Can he move up in the City group? Question for Arnava. I'll definitely ask this to Arnava when he comes in, but it's something that we've already discussed. Deep Hiren has also said it. Arnava has also said it that there's possible chance that he could move higher up within the City football group, but if he doesn't, he's already established himself as probably the poster boy of Indian football for the foreseeable future, at least. I think for the next 5 years, we're expecting Changte to become that main guy for the Indian national team and take over from Sunil Chhetri in the coming years. We're saying highest trophy won ISL by all clubs. Insane stat. Highest ranked Indian club in the world. Second best. Second best Mohun Bagan being 700 lakhs below them. Yeah, I think that's exactly. I think that's exactly what even I feel. I think although Mumbai City and Mohun Bagan really fought it out this season, I think Mumbai City you can see by the pattern of play, by the way the club is run, that they're already a few steps ahead. Deepak, what went wrong with them? I just still think that Mumbai City are the better team. I think there's nothing particularly that went wrong with Mohun Bagan. I think it's just that right now Mumbai City are the better team. You're asking where Sushmit is. I'm sure most Mohun Bagan fans wouldn't be turning up. But yeah, for those who did, it's great. But he'll be there. I mean, Sushmit is a sport, and he'll always come up and he'll have a chat. He never backs out. So yeah. Mumbai City fans are happy, but BSC fans are more happy. I'm Chetan saying, yeah, definitely Chetan. I think picking. I think pretty much. 30-40% of their starting lineup. Why wouldn't we be happy? I think we want the players in, and we want those key players. I think BFC have gotten the right bunch. Jorge Pereira Diaz, Alberto Nogueira, both I think very interesting attacking signings. Tiri rumored as well. So yeah, Beke as well. Yeah. So there's good things, and again, I just from a BFC perspective, I can only say, if you're looking to bring in these players, let's make sure that it's not a short-term thing. It is a long-term thing. Even if you're bringing Jorge Pereira or Alberto Nogueira, make sure they stay with the club for 2-3 years at least. It shouldn't be a case of come in one season or a few months and they're gone. That doesn't work. And we've done too much of that in the past few months. That's happened past few years at BFC. The number of foreigners we've gotten this season itself, if you look back at the start of the season, Kessia Weendorp came in, Oliver Dross came in halfway through the season. You had Ryan Williams come in. It's too much chopping and changing, which is not needed. Damjanovic came in at the start of the season. So This has to change, I think. Um, yeah, for BFC. If that doesn't happen, and if we keep chopping and changing every season, it's not going to get better. Yeah, Deepak, absolutely happy that with Diaz moving to a BFC, because I think we needed that striker. We saw Curtis Main didn't work out. Odeba Drost, I think, was a different kind of player. He was more of somebody who would come and link the play, and he was not that like bagsman kind of goal scorer. So I think very different kinds of strikers, and absolutely happy with Pereira Diaz, because I think he finally got a proper number 9. So yeah, um, and with regards to the Indian national team as well, guys, I think the agenda for us to discuss the probable list will be when we've got Arunava and Hiren. Hopefully, that is tomorrow when all of us are together sitting. Um, yeah, we will have a good chat about the probables as well. Um, Yeah, Igor, and as I said before, Hiren will not be joining today, but Arunava will. He's just going to be joining shortly. So, yes, that's there. Babes is saying Baker is probably coming in as a centre back. What does that mean for Sana? With Nikhil already there as a right back. Yeah, there are a few things that DSC could do with this. If they're looking at an all-Indian defense with Rahul Beke and Sana Singh, that's a possibility with Nikhil at right back and Roshan at left back. That's a possibility. If they're not looking at it like that, of course, you probably have Sana fighting it out with Rahul Beke for that second centre back slot. So it's going to be interesting to see what the coach wants. And until now, I still haven't been able to understand what Jared Zaragoza is expecting from this BFC team. What is his style of play? What philosophies he wants to sort of instill in this squad? I think that's a lot of that is still remains to be seen. Deepak saying, I don't know, but I see BFC as a hollow, desperate team. They're trying too much. I completely agree. I think Deepak, I completely agree with you. Even when I heard the news about these signings, it just seems like there's a lot. It's not the first time. It's happened the season before, but there were too many changes, and that's never a good sign. I think you need to slowly bring in 1-2 players, potentially look to extend Harvey, whose contract runs out in the summer. So I think they need to have a little more faith in the players they have. And yeah, Roy Krishna is a great example. I think somebody who deserved so much more backing at BFC, and I think the fans also liked him. So I don't see why he was, why he was let go. Chetan, you're asking pre-session, meaning of a pre-session sign. If you can just elaborate a question a little more to help me understand, in case I don't have a good enough answer, or if I'm unaware, when Arunava comes in, we'll definitely take that, and he'll probably be able to answer that question better. Yeah, I agree. Don't think I agree with you, Waves. Don't think there are a lot of clubs that go with an all-Indian backline, but if I look at the Beke signing, it doesn't make sense to me any other way, right? Because Sana, or the potential is, we've seen Sana Singh play as a number 6 in the last few games. We're probably looking at it that way. Probably Gerard Zaragoza is thinking, let me play Sana Singh as a number 6, and play Rahul Beke as that second centre back along with one of the foreign centre backs. So that's a possibility, because we've seen him do that already in the past. So yeah. Yeah, Kumar just spoke about it. I think Twilight. I think we've done it a few times. Kessia Weendorp is one of them this season as well, who was pretty much done. I think he was. You could see that he was clearly not fit enough, although he had the quality in him. I think it's always a problem. So we need younger players, and yes, again, man, I just don't know what the plan is. I hope Gerard Zaragoza, whatever he's thinking, whatever he's doing, whatever the approaches are, that there's a plan to it. So yeah, that's the hope. Yeah, Vapes, thoughts on BFC's fan base and the numbers turning out. I think, of course, a bit of it has to do with the club not doing so well. And I think BFC is one of those teams that just didn't start well. It never started for BFC. The season never got going. I think probably that has affected the fans. Again, I'm looking for reasons, but weekdays have always been a problem, I think, in Bangalore because of the kind of crowd that the city generates. So I think weekdays is always going to be tough. Yeah, but apart from that, I can't really look for any other reasons. Yeah, it has been disappointing. So, um, yeah, Deepak, you're saying BK moving to BSC after title winning season with Mumbai. The funny thing is, he did leave BFC after a title winning season at Bengaluru. So I think it's a weird one with Rahul BK. So let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure if Srini will get again. I think Deep. I don't know would be best to answer this question. I don't know if you can have if we're going to have a second promotion, maybe. But I will just have this confirmed as well once Arnav was in. So yeah, there's some interesting things. I think yeah, again like a lot of people have mentioned that the transfer rumors are sort of surrounding BSC because they're looking to bring in so many players. Um, yeah, it's quite crazy, but again, like I said, just don't want too many changes. I think the season before there was a better sense in the transfer market because you'd given long contracts to important Indian players. Suresh had gotten a new contract, Rohit had gotten a new contract. Um, we knew that these players were staying around for a little longer. So, I mean, I don't know. Right now, Nikhil has got a long contract. So we're looking at Nikhil, Sana. Hopefully, these guys stay for a long time and you build the team around them because your Indian core, of course, is going to be important along with the foreigners. Yeah, let's just see what they do with that. Yeah, Chandu, just been speaking about this itself. It's absolutely just. I think it's all been BFC so far in the transfer market. I think a lot of news is surrounding BFC. It's good. It's good that we're looking to bring in players and we're being proactive. I just hope we're not being too proactive and bringing way too many players to mess up the balance. RCB Ramesh is saying BFC. He thinks that BFC doesn't have the an Indian ball playing core. I think Sana is good on the ball. Nikhil, I'm still not too sure about. Suresh as well. I think although Suresh has not assured me about his ball playing ability, that he's improved as the season has gone on. Although he's a proper workhorse, it looks like Suresh has transcended into this player who can progressively pass the ball. He's also looks like he's bringing that element of goals into his game. I think he's a player who's constantly evolving and constantly improving. So that's one of the reasons I still keep faith in Suresh as far as our Indian core is concerned. One thing that does worry me is the goalkeeper because Gurpreet is not a natural ball playing goalkeeper. We've seen that in the past. I don't think the style suits him. So it's going to be interesting to see how he adapts, whether he can really evolve his game to becoming that kind of player. Kumar's question is why is BFC not planning to put younger players into the team? Every ISL team one thing should learn from KBS is how to promote young players like Azhar Ayman. Absolutely, Kumar. I think in the beginning of the season they did get opportunities. You had the likes of Robin Yadav coming in. I think Monirul Molla also had gotten a couple of opportunities. If you look through the season, Shivaldo has sort of almost became a starter pretty much for BFC. So I think BFC have given opportunities to youngsters. You look, Fanai has come in and has done well. So there are those players who have done well. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whether they keep their place in the coming season, whether the coach backs these players, whether they're in it for the long haul. So I think it's all about that. Yeah, yeah, man, I completely agree. The downfall has been it's been really bad. It's very weird for me as well because I think growing up, the BFC team that we saw was just one that kept winning. We almost won a trophy every season, and then to suddenly not doing anything. I think last season papered over a lot of cracks for BFC. I think was never good enough. This last season was not good enough. We made it to three finals. The football we played wasn't good. Some of the goals we got were very late goals. It didn't prove anything. It was not like we were scoring goals on the break or anything. It was just wait. And in the end, we'd snatch a goal. So it was never, a question of whether BFC were doing everything tactically right or wrong. It was just not happening for BFC, and but somehow things clicked and your stars aligned and we made it to the final. So I think I always maintain that. Yeah. Yeah, Kumar's question is a couple of comments on Zaragoza as well. Kumar and Sharad both talking about Zaragoza leaving again. Like Arnava mentions, I think it's very hard to speculate. Just want to wait and see whether until it becomes official whether it happens or not. As of now, I'm going to believe that Gerard Zaragoza is going to stay because we have no news otherwise to confirm his exit. So let's just say Gerard Zaragoza is staying at BFC. What I'd like to see from him is stamp your philosophy, stamp who you are as a coach in this team. So yeah, yeah, I think that's the important stuff for Gerard Zaragoza, because otherwise, yeah, it's going to be problematic for him if he just looks to go through the motions, which Simon Grayson did for a large part. So, yep. Parmeshwar is asking BSC Academy not producing quality players other than Roshan Singh not enough. Again, I think it would be a little harsh to say that. Parmeshwar, I think it's a little harsh because we have to realize that all these guys, I mean, all the youth players that have come in, like Robin Yadav, like Fanai, have all done well at youth level. And these guys are not bad players, they're pretty good players, I think. I just think BFC, we've had an issue in sort of giving them a consistent run in the team. Shiva is one of them as well, who's come through the ranks, and we can see that he's a good player. I think it's just a bad time for the club. So I don't think it would be a good sort of time for us to be judging young players, because we've always seen that I think the best young players thrive in good environments where the team is successful, where the team is doing well. So yeah, Kumar saying Robin Yadav, I just checked, Kumar. I think again, until anything is confirmed, let's just, I think it would just be fair to say let's stick with the assumption that he's not gone. But yeah, if there is any news on that end, and if Robin Yadav has departed, I don't think it would be a big loss for BFC, because I think that fullback slot on the right hand side is anyways it's settled. So it wouldn't be a big loss for BFC, I think. Yeah, Deepak, hopefully Arnav's here in a bit. He's just committed elsewhere, but he should be here soon. So, yeah. I think one player that I have felt for from a BSC perspective is Oliver Drost. It's just unfortunate, man, that he didn't kick on because he looked like a good player. Yeah. Paresh is saying, I think BSC players get into the ISL from BDFL. I think they should play I-League. They might do well. For example, yeah, Edmund Lalinkov as well. Yeah, fair enough. Somebody who did go through the BSC structure, Edmund Lalindika. So, and he's doing well now in the second division for Indikashi. So, yeah, it's hard to say. Again, there is also an element of, I think there are some players who have the quality to get nourished into the BSC team as well. I think Fanai is one of those players. He has the quality. I think probably doesn't have the physicality to deal with the ISL, but I think that comes with time. If he does get hardened over the next year or two, I think he already has the quality to play in the ISL. So yeah. Again, Deepak, I think it would be harsh to say that if the quality of players is not improving. I think the quality of players are improving. For me, again, personally, having gone and watched the under-13s of BFC, the under-15s of BFC, they're quite good. They're really good. So I think it's about how we start nurturing them from then on, and how much of an opportunity they get at professional level. Not only at BFC, I think at clubs elsewhere, when they go and play in the I-League or they go and play in the ISL, how much of an opportunity do they make for themselves as well? I think makes a big difference. How much of commitment they are showing as well. So yeah, I completely agree. I think Ishan Pandita should go to the I-League because it doesn't look like he's going to get any minutes here. Yeah, Kumar, again, saying that Robin Yadav has signed a multi-year deal. Again, if these are reports from here now, we'll still wait for the official announcement. So, yeah. Yeah, Sharad, I am a BFC fan. No, I didn't play for BFC Academy or train there, but I do watch the current under 13s play because I have a brother who plays club football in Bangalore, so I often go and watch the under 13s. I've seen the under 15s as well in action for BFC. I've seen BFC's B team play as well in the Super Division last year, so I have seen a fair bit of BFC. So yeah. Marikarjun saying these kids don't know how good BSC's academy. Yeah, I think BSC's academy is very well run. Especially, I think I go back to the man who was running at the time, at least last year, and I think continues to run it is Jan van Loon, who was former Arsenal youth coach. Just to have somebody of that stature at BFC's uh, for BFC's youth teams is incredible. He's somebody who has incredible pedigree. I've spoken to him. He's a lovely guy. I think he also looks for not just the football side of things. Somebody who also looks for more of the human side of things, commitment, body language. I think when I was talking to him as well, he spoke about all these things. So yeah, I think there are a lot of things that BFC are doing right apart from just the footballing stuff, bringing in people like Jan for their youth setup. So a lot of good things happening there. Just hopefully, yeah, Chetan, that's the hope. I hope that BFC rise again and we end up doing really, really well because it's one of the big clubs in India. I think we need to understand that BFC is a big Indian club. We can't be sitting sixth, seventh. I think again as a whole last year didn't have a good season. So yeah, the last 3 years haven't been great for us. So Sam take some forward steps. I don't mind a transition season where we really start seeing some stuff, really start seeing some philosophy, some methods in place, probably finish fifth, sixth. I don't mind that as long as there is progress because I didn't see any progress this year. Yeah. Yeah. It's incredible. So that's the thing on BFC as well. A lot again depends on Jared Zaragoza and how he plays the team. Yeah, Kumar, you're talking about Larenzuala playing for Aizwal right now. He scored 15 goals in the I League. He is a BFC Academy product. Again, exactly. This is what I think we're going to say that there is a lot of good stuff coming from the BFC Youth Academy. It's very nice to see that. Yeah, some of these guys are really doing well and flourishing. Yeah. Yeah, guys, just moving on to Mumbai City. RCB Ranmashin Singh would love to see Roshan Singh in Mumbai City FC. I think the problem with that would just be where would Roshan fit in potentially at right back. Maybe you've got left back locked in. Roshan has proved that he can play on either side of the central defenders. He can play right back if he wants. He can play up further front. But again, I think those positions that his favorite positions on the wings are sort of locked up at Mumbai right now, at least with Vikram and Chante doing so well. So I think the only position I see potentially for Roshan is is at right back. But yeah, I think if you're looking at Valpuya as one of those guys who's up and coming and who you want to sort of lock down and say this guy is going to be our future, it's unlikely that you will see Roshan going there and sort of breaking in. No, I completely agree, Kumar. I think one player I would liken to Apuya is Fanai. I think Fanai is one of those players who's quite calm on the ball. He's nice, he's neat, and he gets the job done. So I think Fanai has slowly, if you look the season before, played in the Super Cup in the previous season. This season he's played ISL games. So I think he's slowly being brought into the BFC main team setup. So I think in the next season he could potentially partner Suresh for more games in the midfield. So yeah, Parmeshwar again on Suresh. I don't think he's particularly had a bad season. Just think some rash decisions which was made it look like he's had a bad season. Red cards have not helped him. But I don't think he's had a bad season. I think he's one of those midfielders who progressed his game in terms of his ball playing ability. looks like he can make more passes. And again, like I'd like to say this again, that he looks like someone who can now get a shot away. So yeah, Shriya Kumar, Nikhil Pujari. I think it was pretty simple for BFC. We needed a right back. It didn't. I know. Uh, yeah, you some would argue that Nikhil did well in the AFC Cup, Asian Cup. Some would say no, but I think BFC at the time needed a right back. We didn't have a right back. It was Namgyal Bhutia who was filling in Robin Yadav at times as well. So it became a question of who is going to be BSC's long-term right back, and I think they needed a solution to that. And Nikhil Pujari fit the puzzle at that time. So I think that's why they brought in Nikhil Pujari. Thoughts on Sporting Club? Yeah, I mean, so a couple of really good clubs coming up in Bangalore. I think it's not only Sporting Club Bengaluru. I think you've also got Kickstart as well, who was doing a lot of things right. They're also taking the women's side of the game very seriously, which is nice to see. And then you've also got the likes of FC Bengaluru United as well. So there are a few clubs I think in Bangalore who are doing well and will be coming up in the coming years. So yeah, some clubs to keep an eye on definitely in Bangalore. Chandra saying we need Bengaluru need a better football centric stadium. I completely agree. I've never been a fan of the Kantirva. I've actually loved going to the BFS is Bengaluru Football Stadium, which is a proper football stadium. It doesn't have a running track in the middle, close to the pitch and all of that. But yeah, it's still not. They don't have natural grass, and it's still maintained using artificial turf. So there's a lot of issues I think in Bangalore as far as football stadiums are concerned. Yeah. Ashwin Rameshin asking, do you think we could have at least had close competitions with teams from Southeast Asia for AFC? I remember BFC playing against winning, but that was tough. Yeah, I think BFC had some. I think overall, if you look at it, I think BFC has been India's most successful Asian team because we have, excuse me, been the only Indian team to have qualified for an AFC Asian Cup final. I'm sorry, AFC Asian Cup final. I say AFC Cup final. BFC after beating JDP in I think 2016 it was. So yeah, we eventually lost to I think the Air Force Club Iran. So yeah, that way I think BFC did well that season. That I think the downfall started after Albert Roca's departure. I think that was a big thing for BFC. So yeah, 100% permission. I think as a club, even if you ask me, we have to be playing AFC competition. There's no doubt about it. There is no way BFC are sitting and fighting for scraps in India, 5th place, 6th place. It's a team that has to be, if you are one of the big boys, if you are considering yourself to be one of the biggest teams in India, you have to be up there with Mumbai City, up there with Mohun Bagan, and fighting for exactly. I think AFC nights have been amazing. My favorite night comes from an AFC Cup game against Jawad Darul Tadzim, which was a second leg interzonal final at Kantirva. So yeah. RCB Ramesh, I think BFC hasn't been able to properly replace the foreign players for a long term. Exactly, I think, and it's also about backing. I think RCB Ramesh. I think whoever you bring in, you have to back them. Yeah, Curtis Main was a horrific choice, but I think the rest are good. Ryan Williams is good. I think he's good. I think Oliver Dross has just been unfortunate. The club hasn't done well because he seems like a good player. I don't think Kezia Windov was the best option, but then you've got a couple of other players. Jovanovic is good. So is Damjanovic. I don't see too many issues with both of them. We have to back these foreign players in the long term. I think the more we chop and change, it's just going to keep getting worse. So yeah, I think that's just where we are right now. So that's kind of unfortunate. Yep, but lot of things I think that we can discuss. I know this has gone into a sort of BFC discussion from what was originally supposed to be Mumbai City. Yeah, I've got Arnava in. Hello, Arnava.
Hi.
Hello. We were just discussing. I think because it was just me, the Mumbai City winning discussion has gone into a sort of what happened to BFC tangent. So I know we didn't get to speak yesterday, but how do you feel, Arnava? I mean, after that, I think Mumbai thoroughly deserved the win, and they got it. Yep, yep. Kumar is saying our idea is to develop youngsters with BSc Academy. BSc should have teams like Real Madrid Castilla. Put your youth team in I League second division. I think that's so. What BFC does is put their second team into the super division, which is also a men's tournament.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. It was. Uh, I think we just lost our number for a bit. Should be back soon. Yeah, and we can switch. Yeah, Kumar. Like I was saying, I think the BFC's second team plays in the Super Division, which is a men's tournament. So in a way, it's not bad that they are getting exposed to senior men's football, the youth team. So, but I get your point. I think I get your point that they should be, I mean, potentially in the I League or another senior men's tournament. But I think yeah, they are playing BDF exactly like Mallikarjun saying. So they do play in the Super Division. So yeah. We just got Arunava back. I know.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. We can hear you, Arunava.
I can't hear. Sorry, just one sec. I'll have to try it again.
Yes. Yeah. No, 100%, RCB. Exactly what I think we've already discussed is that whoever the coach is, come and establish your philosophy, come and establish your style. So, yeah, I think that's just something that's very important. Excuse me, guys. Yeah. That's something that both Simon Grayson, I think, had established this philosophy, which was let me play sort of deep lying, not with the ball kind of football. But he tried something different, which was not suited to him. He tried sort of playing attacking football, which didn't work well at all for him because I just don't think he was that kind of manager. And Jared Zaragoza, I think, has struggled to really, establish a philosophy or a style for BFC in the time that he's been there so far. So some struggles. So it's going to be, again, like I said, we just have to wait and see with BFC. But yeah, Arnava, as he's just, I think he's still trying to find a way to join us. Mumbai City have clinched the ISL trophy, I think deservedly so again. Just want to get his reactions as well. But yeah, guys, lot of stuff happening in the transfer market. A lot of things will hopefully develop in the coming. I wouldn't say East Bengal is becoming a new BFC with their play style. I don't. I'm not convinced by Carlos Cuadrat, and I don't see him as the manager to take them to attacking football purely because of my past experiences with him. So yeah. Hello, Noah. Hello. Are
Hi.
you,
Sorry.
yes, Anurag. Are you able to hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I know. I mean, I said it was supposed to be a Mumbai City winning the ISL discussion, but we've taken it onto a BFC tangent because I think I was the only one there and got a lot of BFC related transfer rumors. So, but anyways, let's bring it back to Mumbai City because I think they deservedly won yesterday, and I think on a whole, I've said that I think Mumbai has been the best team in the ISL this season, just by a little. But yeah, how was the experience yesterday? I mean, watching your team lift the trophy.
Well, first of all, sorry guys for the delay. As you can see, I'm in my car. I'm outside and had a meeting and so forth and other things. That's why I couldn't join earlier. I was very, very happy with the way Mumbai City lifted the ISL Cup yesterday because I think there was no doubt yesterday that they deserved to win. I think it was very interesting to see. I realized with a lot of friends of mine who are Mohun Bagan fans, if you hear statements from Mohun Bagan, from club officials and others, that it was very, very evident that Mumbai City FC were the better team yesterday. And I think the 3-1 results flatters Mohun Bagan because I think if it had gone 5-6, even 7-1, I think Mohun Bagan couldn't have said anything, right? And that was the dominance, I think. And huge respect to Peter Krutke and the boys, the way they went in and played that game. Because I said the other day on a live on my channel that these players go into these games without having to fear 60 plus thousand fans in the stadiums. And for me, it's very very evident. Um, that the way the team approached it with an attacking intent, with the way that they controlled the game, with the chances they created in the first half, especially that Mumbai City were the team who deserved to win the ISL Cup yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Hiren also agreed. I don't think anybody is disagreeing with. I think Mumbai winning the trophy. Kratky needs to be applauded, says Shaggy. What a comeback! I think for sure. And I think one person who has really unfortunately gone under the radar. I think for me, from an outside perspective, is Peter Kratky, because there's a lot of conversation about the players. Is there so much about the coach? Because I think he's done a wonderful job since he's come in.
I think, we've been having a lot of discussions when we talk about the national team that a coach who doesn't know India or Indian football cannot do anything. And I think Peter Kratky proved that in the ISL, which is even tougher than coaching a national team, I feel. That you can come in, have little to limited knowledge about Indian football, but you can turn things around if you want to, if you've got the right players, and you have also a certain approach in a way you want to play football and you want to, what all can be done. So therefore, from that perspective, he's done an incredible job. So for me, yeah, I'm very very happy in the way that's happened.
Yeah. Have you been able to speak with Sushmit or no?
Shushmit sent me a message last night congratulating me, and I've got, again, as I said, other Mohun Bagan fans who've honestly said, what, you guys deserved it, and I keep it. It's from that perspective. Yeah, we deserved the win, and yeah, it was a great feeling. But I was watching it. It was a Bengali New Year function yesterday. I was watching it with a few friends of mine over there, or members of our organization here in Germany, who are all of them Mohun Bagan fans. But even they, were watching it with me. While a cultural function was happening on one side, we guys were watching the football game on the other side, and it was a deserving win for Mumbai.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, Deepak, that there's a lot of talk about Mumbai FC's players, a lot of the foreigners leaving for BFC. Any particular reason that you see for this happening?
Again, let's see what is confirmed, because I've heard Pereira Diaz was supposed to sign for Mohammedan Sporting, then Pereira Diaz was supposed to sign for FC Goa. Now Pereira Diaz supposedly is on the way of signing for BFC. Supposedly Rahul Baker has a pre-contract, and then we've got about Noguera. We're talking about Giri. And it's the same thing with other clubs as well. Let them confirm where the players are going. Jamie McLaren supposedly was a Mumbai City player. Now Jamie McLaren is being linked with Mohun Bagan. So the transfer, as long as someone has not signed a full proper contract, nothing is for me concerned, confirmed, right? So therefore, let's wait for those confirmations, and once those confirmations are done, we can talk about those transfers.
Yeah, I think just wait for clubs to officially announce these signings, and then we can start discussing them. Um, but yeah, no, just back on Mumbai City. I think Changte again proved to be one of the better players on the night. I think he was unlucky not to score in the game as well. But just what is it that has changed in his game for this last sort of leg of this season? Because I think he didn't start very well, but he's picked up and he's done so well now. And there's a lot of talk about Changte. What's changed for him?
It's, I think, not only Chankte, but it's a number of players who maybe might have been a little tired at the start of the season. They've had a long 2022-2023 season, had to play through the summer for India, had no real break. And to me, it's very, very clear and evident, and some of the players desperately needed a break. They didn't get it. But I think Kratky is a key component of why players like Changte, Vipin, so Vikram took himself to the next level. Apuya also impressive the way he played yesterday's final. Rahul Beke, standout player for me, and I'm most probably the best defensive Indian player of the season in the ISL, right? Even Mehtab Singh, with all the problems and mistakes he's done, but overall, so he's made players better. and that's something he's changed. Mumbai City is no longer one dimensional. They play different formations, formats, in regard to adopting to the situation, adopting to realities. And again, to go to Kolkata yesterday to play in front of 60 plus thousand fans, um, the way Mumbai City dominated the game and the opponent had limited chances. I mean, they went ahead, yes, but I think there's a lot of things that Mumbai City did right, and that's why they won it.
Sorry. I know
Yeah.
Kumar's asking about Ashish from Kerala about hiring of employee. Any, um, you know what that's about?
Yeah, I know. I've heard that. I know that story. Again, there's a lot of things happening in and around the AFF. People are reporting about it, and again, there's subjective stuff happening. It makes no sense to comment about it.
Okay. Um, yeah, I think Deepak Das is asking. It again goes to show that sort of spending on players with just individual quality is not will not cut it at the end. Sometimes
I
you
wouldn't.
need.
I wouldn't agree because Mohun Bagan did win the Shield.
Yep.
Right. So Deepak, your point to me, uh, 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 to me, that is something which you should not forget. And even yesterday, Jason Cummings was there when he was needed. Right. So therefore, for me,
Mm,
investment of players, the money that you spend in some sort of form way makes sense if you get the desired results. And again, Mohun Bagan won a trophy. Of course, they didn't do well enough at the start of the season to be successful in the AFC Cup. But for me, at the end of the day, is for me, very very important is on that front that Mohun Bagan didn't win the Shield, and to that extent, you have to say deservingly won the Shield. So spending on one side makes sense, but again, it's a question of spending it on the in the right way and also investing in the youth. And I think that's something. I think where Mumbai City FC is showing the way more than other clubs, even though I know BFC won the the youth award or the grassroots award at the ISL function last night. But I think Mumbai City FC is doing a lot of things right, which other teams are not doing right.
mm, yep. I don't know. Do you think if Mumbai City won the League Shield, Mohun Bagan would have won the cup?
It's a theoretical question. Could have been, but I would have thought if City had won the Shield, I think they would have done the double this season.
I think I agree as well. I think I just think Mumbai City are more of a team. I don't know if that makes sense. And it
No,
just
but
look.
I said that the other day, and a lot of Mohun fans didn't like it. I said that Mumbai City are the better team to me. If I look at the individuals, then I will say that Mohun Bagan actually potentially has the better individual players. I think that's the big difference between these two teams. Again, yesterday, without Petratos, without Cummings, Mohun Bagan wouldn't have taken the lead. And that shows you the individual brilliance of these players. You've had other players step up. Manveer Singh has stepped up here and there. Sadiko's done his thing. Yoni Kauko has been a very, very influential player. So therefore, it's a different approach of these two clubs, and let's see which approach is more successful in the long term. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, Anava, I know it was supposed to be you, Hiren, and I today, but unfortunately, Hiren's not with us. I thought we'll leave the sort of discussing the best players and best goals and all of that to another day, and we can keep that when all the three of us. It'll make it a lot more fun and a lot more interesting. I just wanted to get your thoughts on yesterday's victory because we can get that. So yeah, that's what we have planned for today, and hopefully tomorrow we can sit down and have a nice long chat about the best goals, the best players, and a lot of moments. Any top moments come into your head? I don't know already. We're one day through the ISL season. Any favorite moment that you can think of, apart from the 3-1, 3-2 Mumbai City comeback? Because I think that's a given.
I would think that yeah, that's one of the key ones. I would even say, a big one was Chennai 3-2 at Mohun Bagan. I would have said, that was one of those games which which was insane. We've had quite a few crazy games towards the end, uh, 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 you know. some insane games in the last few weeks, and of course, one thing. Uh, um, I would say is the overall sort of suspense, with this season. Again, I go back in
I agree.
December. I think no one would have thought that Mohun Bagan and Mumbai City would be playing the to say in the final league game and then the final of the ISL Cup. I think nobody would have said that, and that's, I think, the charm of what has happened in the last few weeks.
Fair enough. Yep, yep. Yeah, guys. So I think tomorrow's agenda. Please do tune in because I think you guys, everyone, will have a lot of fun because we're going to discuss the best moments of the season, run through the entire campaign, see our best players, pick out our best players, best goals. We've kept another day for team of the season. I think because it'll take a lot more debate and consideration. So a couple of I think fun sessions ahead along with all of your transfer rumors for the coming week. We'll discuss that as we get into the summer. So yeah, again, thanks everyone for joining in. Thanks, Arma. I know you joined from your car, so thanks for that. And guys, please do like and share the video. Subscribe to the channels SportsKhabri, arunfoot, and Curious Harry. Um, yeah, good night.
Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.